and you can ask me any question you like and I'll tell you. So the American swimming team, put it in perspective, they've won 580 medals at the Olympic Games since 1896. That's more than you and 5 or 6 other nations put together for all sports. That's just their swimming team. In the water we've got Michael Phelps, 18 Olympic gold medals. We've got Missy Franklin, 5 Olympic gold medals. We've got the current Olympic 100 metres freestyle champion, Katie Ledecky, world record holder, 400, 800, 1500 freestyle. Missy Franklin, 7 Olympic gold medals. It's a very, very serious team of athletes. Michael Phelps, greatest Olympian of all time, can't dispute it. Our greatest Olympian, Ian Thorpe, Phelps has won 2.5 times more gold medals than he's won. Double what Mark Spitz, who was previously considered the best. This guy is 18 Olympic gold medals. You win 1, you're a champion. You win 2, you're a legend. I don't know what 18 makes you. Freak doesn't even begin to cover it. So, what do you want to know?
How long are they in camp for then?
They've got a really interesting process. They're very different to every other team in the world. They're the only group that does this. They were at US National Championships, and they tell everybody who looks like they could be on the team to bring their passport with them. True story. And they pick the team on the Sunday, and if you're in, you just turn up on the Monday morning, and they flew here on the Tuesday. Flew to Australia on the Tuesday. That's it. They come straight off their selection trials. They get selected. They just tell all the kids to bring their passports in case, and they select them, and you're on the plane on Tuesday. They have all the outfitting at the hotel where the trials are, and they've got a whole bunch of stuff ready to go. And you get your gear, and they pack, and they've just got a bunch of seats, and all they do is allocate. So they know they're going to take a team of 30 athletes and 10, 15 staff. So they've got 45 seats on the plane, all economy class, which is interesting because the Super Rugby guys all travel business class, which is a fact that maybe not everybody is aware of, but that's what they do. All Super Rugby teams that deal with the Players Association in the contracts, they all travel business class internationally. Certainly long hauls they do, not domestically. I better clarify that, just in case you ring Air New Zealand and say this is not right. But, yeah, so they pick them. You bring along your passport just in case. You say goodbye to mum and dad and you're gone. And they bring them here. So they were in camp for about a week before the Pan Pac Championships. So the Pan Pacific Championships rank, in swimming terms, they rank 3rd. So the number 1 event in swimming is the Olympics, World Championships, Pan Pacs in terms of actual standards. Asian Games now not too far behind. Commonwealth Games are under that.
There's not from the other sports in the States, they don't keep that.
No.
So they're not centralised at all, eh?
No.
Like,
No, the strength of their program is the US college program.
Yeah.
Who dictates the the quality of the work that goes on? The college coach or the team coach for the...
Once they're selected?
Yeah.
A bit of both. So the general thing is if you're the men's freestyle coach, you've got 3 or 4 athletes to work with because it's not practical to bring all the coaches because there would have been 18 different coaches who would have put the athletes on the team. So your obligation is to call the home coach and say, I've got your athlete for the next 2 weeks in camp and competition. Can you give me some background? Can you give me some understanding of what I'm dealing with, who they are, where they are in their training? So they create a little bit of a link. They generally, at elite level, they know the athletes well anyway by observation, and they've normally got some sort of relationship with the coach. If they've got a particularly talented kid, they do it slightly differently. They bring the home coach in, and they normally have a senior coach work with them as well. If they've got a talented kid who looks like they're going to win a medal, but the workload is actually set by the home coach. So the home coach will say, look, what she does when she's really firing, she likes to do this 4 days out, 3 days out, 2 days out. So they work on a relationship. The national head coach is a guy called Frank Bush. He's also got a bit of a word, and if he thinks the home coach is wrong, he'll ring him and say, I think we're a little bit short here, or we need to do something a bit differently. So, but yeah, they've got to keep talking.
And that's done in consultation.
Absolutely, yeah, it has to be. Yep.
After every training session, do you have, is there any set like review system of how the session went?
Only, it's not formal. It's far less. The Australians have got the biggest sports science team of any swimming team I've ever seen anywhere, and theirs is a little more formal, a bit more structured, and a bit more measurement. The Americans, it's normally just they talk to the coach, so they work. The athlete-coach relationship, from observation, is always very good. So that, and particularly Phelps and his coach, it's very noticeable. But you'd expect it because he coached Phelps from 9 to 29, which is what he is now. So they've been through a lot. Yep.
So you've talked about the skill, you know, obviously to be a swimmer. What else are they doing in their program that completes this athlete, that makes them so good, mentally tough, all these other things, gives them the confidence and self-belief?
One thing is they're Americans. If ever anything to do with Americans, that's them. Because that was one of the questions I had, was because I've come up against them in opposition a lot, and the observation is that they're a very strong team. And I've asked a lot of them, I said, why are you guys such a good team? And they said, because that's what we do. The Little League, we're the team, go team. High school team, it's college team, everything's team. We get up in the morning, we swear allegiance to the flag, we sing the national anthem every morning. If you want to become a US citizen, you've got to pledge allegiance to the flag and be able to recite the presidents and all that stuff that they do. Their whole culture is based on USA being number one, and it doesn't require a lot of extra work in terms of that nationalism and that national pride. In terms of,
Reinforces what you said earlier about you play like your place.
it's just they're the Americans. Because when I said, do you guys get together and set a bunch of team rules, or do you come up with a trademark, or that stuff we did on culture this morning? No, they don't do it. That's just who they are.